What's up, you guys? This is Fault Kid, and welcome to a 20th anniversary to the third installment, or episode 3 of the franchise, which is the last movie of the prequel trilogy. Of course, this came out like 10 years before the Force Awakens, which was the sequel trilogy, of course. So, anyway, yep. So, it is May 19th, and in May 19th of 2005, the third installment of the prequel trilogy, which was called Star Wars: The Revenge of the Sith, which came out that day, on this day, I mean. And 20 years later, in 2025, this movie turns 20 years old. Yeah, I cannot believe that, guys. It is 20 years old now. And it's hard to believe this movie is 20 years old now. It's just crazy, because I remember I was 6 years old in 2005, and well, I mean, I was technically 5. I was technically still 5 years old when this came out, though, because it came out in May. Yeah, and I was 6 at the time on that year, though. So, but I was 6 years old in 2005, and yeah, I was almost 6 when this came out. So, almost. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, and believe it or not, this is my dad's favorite Star Wars movie, by the way. Yeah, I remember he was hyped up as hell when it was announced, though it was coming out. I mean, because like my dad likes the prequel trilogy, including this movie, like a little better than the original trilogy, believe it or not, for some reason. All because of how the quality looks, though, the camera works and everything, but all because they didn't have that much technology back. I mean, they don't have the good technology back then, like in the 70s or 80s, you know. But yeah. But I mean, you know, at least they remastered the original trilogy, right? Like on the Blu-ray or 4K Ultra, right? Or even on streaming services. Yeah, I kind of wish they'll do the same thing with the theatrical version, so we'll like to see that, though. But yeah, hopefully I'll get the limited editions, you know, even though I already have all the 6 of Star Wars movies on Blu-ray set. But yeah. But I'm still gonna hope I'll get the original trilogy, a limited edition, which that came with the theatrical ones. But anyway, so Star Wars: The Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, that's my dad's favorite Star Wars movie, though, and I do remember he likes everything about it, though, and all I know that he does love the line when Ewan McGregor, you know, as Obi-Wan, saying "What a happy landing," you know, when they landed with Graves' ship, and my dad started laughing at that line. So yeah, I did too, though, and we both liked that line from him, though. So, but yeah, and I gotta say, I do think The Revenge of the Sith is my favorite out of the other prequel trilogy. I think why people like it so much is because the Clone Wars and everything, the soundtrack and, you know, everything, though. But and not only even the lightsaber duels between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Of course, Anakin is where he turned the dark side. The dark side, right? Yeah, the dark side. That's what I meant to say. But of course, there's also the rise of Darth Vader. Sorry about that. My cats and, you know, just fighting with my dog and everything. But so apologize about that. Now, anyway, yeah, it's the rise of Darth Vader, and I think that's pretty much it, actually. Yeah. Yeah, so, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's the 20th anniversary to The Revenge of the Sith, though, and it's hard to believe this movie is 20 years old now, and I cannot believe this. I'm sure everybody else is making a 20th anniversary to this movie. I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, I'm not saying they are, though, but still, like. But yeah, so yeah, the plot is just amazing, though. I mean, it's intense, though. Yeah, kind of a dark feeling to it, though, but still. Absolutely love this movie to death, though, like everybody else does. Really love to death, though. Great sequel. Prequel, though, as well. Well, you know, along with Attack of the Clones, though. I know people hate it to death, though, but I don't think that was as bad. What a lot of people made it out to be. I didn't think it was that bad of a movie, though, for me, though. But It was it's kind of a okay prequel though, or movie. I mean, but was it? Yeah, the Phantom Menace. I think it was a great one as well though. Episode 1, Episode 2 was okay, and Episode 3 was the best one. So, for me though, as like everybody else, of course, like everybody else. So A New Hope has to be. I think this has to be my favorite Star Wars movie, for me, in my opinion. I mean, consider my favorite movie though, since I was into Star Wars at the time when I was like 8 or 9 years old. So, Empire Strikes Back. I think this has to be my favorite. My second favorite probably. Yeah, the Return of the Jedi. I really enjoyed this one a lot as well. So it was a really great one as well. Now, yeah, I definitely do not like any of the sequel trilogy movies anymore. So, but I do like Rogue One as Solo, which is the Star Wars stories. Pretty much takes place before the certain movies that's going. But yeah, just I do hate it. I know I hated The Force Awakens. I hate The Last Jedi. Yeah, I think that's the worst one in my opinion. The Last Jedi, and I even hated the Rise of Skywalker as well, which some reason I used to like. I don't know why, but I don't anymore. So yeah. But yeah, and I do like the TV shows though. I really love the Mandalorian, and I certainly don't mind Boba Fett though. But I wasn't interested with Andor because I don't get why why they made a prequel to the character of Andor because he died from Rogue One, which I don't get why would they make a sequel, not a sequel, a prequel series to that. I mean, why? I don't get it, but. Overall, I'm sorry. That's the 20th anniversary to this movie, to the third installment or episode 3, whatever. But thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, team with respect. And I'll see you guys next time, guys. Oh, as you can see, I'm wearing the Star Wars shirt that my brother gave me. That was his actually, so he let me have it. So, got the Rebel logo here. But yeah. So yeah, guys. Peace out.